Hello and welcome back to the channel. This is Shishi Games here, back with another mod. We are going to be showing off the global transport big peg or pallet. Up to you which one you would like to use. First of all, before we go through all that, it would be found in either big bags or in pallets. As you can see here, there's one for basically all your goods, including stuff that comes out of productions. So it's really good for greenhouses. You can use it to hold solid fertilizer or seeds. And then you also have a liquid option that you can basically use to hold gas, water, milk, herbicides, digestate, and the different types of oils like sunflower oil, olive oil. Up to you what you want to use it for. It comes in a standard option, which gives you 10,000 liters of capacity, or an unreal option that gives you 200,000 liters of capacity. Also, since I already have it, the liquid one, if you're on PlayStation 5 like I am, it's 8 slots, and the regular goods one is 7 slots. Of course, after you buy it, after that, it is 1 slot each. And if you go to pallets, basically the same thing, right? Except it's in the pallet form. And of course, here you would get to change the color of the crate, whatever color you like. So that's pretty cool. Really cool, neat situation. If you are a person like me that has like a lot of fields going at the same time, here I have the big bag for goods, which also holds stone, by the way. Here I'm picking up some rocks, as you can see. My worker is full. Just drop it in the bag there. And the worker offloads straight into the bag. And then can continue doing what it's doing, which is really cool. So you can offload into it, as you just saw. You can use any type of trailer or whatever you like to offload into it. You can also use an auger wagon if you like to as well, to also offload. And if I just switch on over, okay. Here as well, as you can see, I have this one is nice and full with 200,000 liters of sugarcane. And yes, I can lift it. I can lift it, drop it, throw it around, all I want. You can also take it to your production, such as here, I have my sugar mill here. And I can take it and just make sure it's on the trigger, and it offloads directly into the production. So just imagine having like several bags of these and just kind of having it sit on one of your productions and have a constant, basically, flow of something that you need. I'm just waiting for this to deflate itself. And while that is doing that, just going to take a little bit of time. We shall go to the other one, which, by the way, you would need a telehandler for as well, just in case I did not mention that. You will need a telehandler in order to be able to hit the trigger marks that you need for liquid or for the good ones as well if you choose to do so. Here I have the liquid. I used it to fill it up with water here, and now I can take it straight to my greenhouses, which is right next door, and it will offload. It's supposed to. I have to lift it a little. Yeah, I have to lift it a little bit. And it will offload into the greenhouses here. And then I could go to my next one. You can also use this for animals that need water as well. You can fill it up with water and just leave it in the water spot, and it would offload as the animals need it. Okay, that one's also full. Okay. And voila, just like that, my greenhouses are nice and full with water. So, convenient. Also, if you are using, like I am, the potato seed production, obviously you have the actual building option with storage in here as well. You got 2 areas to, it's kind of loud in here, to store your items as well. This is pig feed. You will need a forklift of some sort though to pick up pallets, because this you cannot pick up by hand, so you will need, definitely need a forklift. Here is where you would back in with the trailer. Of course, keep in mind even though there's a decent amount of room here, keep in mind if you do have a trailer that lifts itself up, that it might possibly hit the top of that, so just keep that in mind. You can offload directly into here. I'm gonna show you out here though real quick how it kinda looks, because it's easier to see that from out here better than it is inside. So you have a few options, by the way, with the potato seed. Let me just save real quick. Alright. With the potato seed, you have the regular potato sorting where it would go into pallets, and you can then take those pallets, either put them in here, which can be kind of a tough situation, fit situation, or you could just simply offload it in the back here. So you have the pallet option. I am using it right now just straight bagging, so you just put just potatoes in there, and it would spit out different types of bags of potatoes for you. So then of course you have potatoes for seeds, and you have premium potatoes, and you have potatoes that would give you pig feed. So if you need food for your pigs, this is a pretty cool option. And then of course you have the other options of just picking just a certain thing of premium potatoes if you just want to do that. Seed potatoes or the waste potatoes, which gets used for pig feed. However, if you do choose these options, keep in mind you will have to use the first option of potato sorting in order to get the different pallets, so that specific potato can then be turned into a certain bag. Right now I have a mix of bags happening. Now, before we go any further, if you go into the construction menu, go into production, this mod does come with different options. as well. Let me just scrolls. Scrolls and scrolls. For you. I got so much stuff, I don't even know anymore. Let's see. Ah, there you are. There you are. Alright. So, of course, you have the potato storage and sorting shed. If you want to, you know, be all neat and fancy and stuff, you can totally have this option. Or you can have a potato sorter, which would just basically give you the basic crates and stuff like that. It's basically smaller. And then you have the larger one that would bag and give you crates as well. So right here, I'm gonna show you. You can back up into here and just simply offload. Of course, make sure your production is running. Okay. Just pull off a little bit. Okay. Now, it might take a little bit of time for it to possibly spit out some bags, or might not. And, of course, when it spits out the bag, the large option here will be premium. Medium is for seed. And small, which would obviously be your waste potatoes, would be for your pig feed. But with pig feed in general, it would pop out. If I go back in here, it would pop out directly like this. Just like this. Not actually in a bag itself. So once that pops out, depending on what you want to do, I have the sailing point right here for specifically for this potato production area. So for me, to out of convenience, I put it right here. So if I just want to directly pick up and directly sell, I can do so. But right now, we're going to show that we can also use the global transport big bag to store some stuff. Now, it's an autoloader as well, so if you put it next to any of your productions that are spitting out anything, you can just autoload right into it. See? Just like that. So if you want to, you know, have a good little storage situation for yourself, I'm just going to directly sell this. Just so you can see how that looks right there. Voila. So this is a really cool way to kind of like keep your situation and storing your stuff as well. If you like to do that, keep in mind you can pick them up and take them wherever you need them and want to use them. Or, of course, you can always use the flatbed option if you choose to do so, in order to take different bags, for instance, to wherever you need them. You can totally do that as well. In my case right now, I'm going to show you a little something. I'm going to take this same bag that I just had sugarcane in, that has already deflated itself. Looks like a big fluffy pillow. Now I'm going to put it right next to my sugar, and it directly offloads right into there. Now I am using the 200,000 liter capacity one, so this will hold a good amount of sugar as well. So I'm just going to let that fill up. Okay. Now, let's say I need sugar for... let's see. I'm kind of full, I think, on there. But I need sugar for one of my productions. We'll put it right here, for instance. I can totally just, like, let's say this was completely full of sugar. I'll totally just leave it right there. And it will offload directly into the production that needs sugar in order to produce whatever. In this case, I got some ketchup right here. So then, let's see. I just switched back on. Oh, we're full on here again. That's no problem. Let's grab our bag. Put it right there, let it offload. This also holds olives and grapes as well. So that's also really great if you have orchards, anything like that, and you need to offload. Here's a really awesome option for you as well. And again, it does hold 200,000 liters. If you choose to have that option, you can do so. And that way, you'll be set for a while. So it's a really awesome mod as well. And useful. Totally useful. Again, you have the ones for goods that you can use with just basically almost anything. And then you also have the one for liquid that you can also use for your cows and stuff like that, right? There was something else I wanted to play around with because I was kind of curious, which I haven't exactly played around with yet. So I'm going to test a little something out. I'm gonna go straight to my telehandler. I'm going to just turn this on. Detach real quick. So if you are using the tofu production, it holds that. If you're using basically any of the planty production mods, you can use that for that. To hold your different types of items in there as well. Even though I have liftable pallets on here, certain things are not always liftable. So yes, you can also use this for the maple syrup production as well if you choose to do so. I am going to fill this with maybe some silage. Just want to test something out real quick. Just gonna start filling. Let's fill it up with some silage. Might take a minute or 2 or 3. Especially if you have the one that holds the 200,000 liters. Keep that in mind, it does take a while. So if you are going to use it to fill your greenhouses with water, just leave your telehandler filling with the water while you go do something else, because it will take a bit just to fill something up. Alright, I'm just gonna stop filling. Only problem is, you see what's happening right now? It's offloading in here. That's kind of what I wanted to see. It fills, but then at the same time, it will offload if you're not. So in this case, it might be best to use an auger wagon. I'm just gonna go as quickly as I can. Okay, there we go. So their best bet is to use an auger wagon for sure. If you're gonna take something out of the silo. I just wanted to see if I take it, if you're using the cows with the robot option. If it would just... And yes, it does. Alright, so you know what that means. Basically, what that means is if you get 3 of these and you fill them up, right? You can leave them right here. Put your hay, put your straw, put your silage, and forget about it. You know, you just forget about it. And then you don't have to worry about it. The robot takes care of the rest, obviously. We already know. It gives them the food, right? And all you gotta do is basically just check it once in, what? Every couple of months you jump or whatever. Just to make sure your bags are full. You can fill them up again if you want to. But you can literally leave them here and it would just forget about it. You know, you said it, you forget it. That's it. No, you know, no problem. Simple. Simple. But as you saw though, if you are going to take something out of the silo, make sure you do use an auger. Just to kind of dump it, or a trailer of some sort if you want to do that too. Just to get your silage and your hay in there. And just put your bags here and that's it. Done. Problem solved. You don't have to worry about it. And then of course, it's the same concept if you have sheep as well. If you're not using bales and using hay, fill it up with hay, leave a bag there, and again, just forget about it. It's a really good mod just to basically leave it where you need it, where you have a lot of something getting produced, or to keep your animals fed and you don't have to check on them so often. I think that's totally convenient. So on that note, that's showing off a little bit of this global transport mod here. And again, it comes in big bag or pallet. If you choose to use pallet, that is up to you. Or if you want to use the big bag, also up to you. But of course, keep in mind certain things do take time to fill up. So it's one of those things, like if you want to use it for your greenhouses and you need to fill your water situation, just leave your telehandler filling up with water and just go do something else in the meantime while you wait. And of course, the liquid one holds digestate as well and slurry, so it's a really good way to just basically, you know, be a little bit of a hoarder and hold some things to the side that you may need at the end of the day. And since, like I said, it does work with the plantain production, so if you do have things like I do right here, which I have some soy milk that, as you can see, can't lift with my hand, I have to use a forklift. But if I go get the big bag and I put it right here, it will load right in and I don't have to worry about it. Same thing with the tofu as well, so if you are using the tofu one as well, you can use the same situation. But I think it's really cool that for something as simple as rock collecting, that you just want to leave a worker going, just pick up your bag when the worker is all nice and full there. And let them just offload and keep it moving, keep it going. Also, if you have a really big field, you can fill this up with solid fertilizer, with seed as well. And of course, the liquid one you can fill up with liquid fertilizer. And you can just take it to your field that you need it on. Leave it there, you know, do your planting and everything. And as you need more seed or anything, you can just easily just pick it up, put it over the seeder, and let it empty out. And problem solved. So it's a really awesome mod. I suggest you check it out. It is in Mod Hub. And again, I am on PlayStation 5 console. So, convenient mod. I would totally be using it a lot more often. So, that's really cool. So, there we go. I will see you guys next time. I hope you enjoyed this little bit of tutorial situation. And voila. Bye! Forget about it.